number 5 from the exam 1 from spring 2011 for Mac 2311E Engineering Calc. So number 5 asks us to determine the value of the constant a so that the limit as x approaches 2 of f of x exists for the following piecewise defined function. So our function f of x is equal to 2x minus x squared over the absolute value of x minus 2 when x is less than 2. And then it's equal to x squared plus our constant a when x is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, and so for the limit as x approaches 2 of f of x to exist, this needs to be equal to this at 2, so that they're both approaching the same thing. And so for us to figure that out, we need to figure out what this is approaching at as x is approaching 2 from the left. And we can't really do that because if we plug in 2, we get 0 on the bottom, right? So we're going to work with it a little bit first. So we have an absolute value here, and it's only when x is less than 2. So when x is less than 2, this is always going to be negative. Because if we plug in any number smaller than 2, say 1, if we do 1 minus 2, we're going to get a negative number. And then we're going to take the absolute value, so it's going to be positive. But what's inside the absolute value bars is always going to be negative, and so to get rid of the absolute value bars, we just have to multiply it by negative. So we have 2x minus x squared all over the negative of x minus 2. So we got rid of our absolute value bars. And so now we can rewrite this. And we can factor an x out from the top, so it's x times 2 minus x all over. And so then if we distribute this negative sign in, we're going to get 2 minus x. And so now we can see that we can cancel the 2 minus x's out, right? So we're left with x. And so we want x to be equal to x squared plus a at x equal to 2. Okay? So I'll write this out. So we want x to be equal to x squared plus a at the point x equals to 2. And so this x we got from just from simplifying the first part of our piecewise function. Okay, and so we just want to solve this at x equals 2 for a. So we plug in 2, we're going to get 2 equals to 2 squared, which is 4, plus a, which gives us a equals to negative 2. And so our answer is B. And then we can always go back and check that that's right just by plugging in or putting that back into the equation and just making sure that it all works out. Our a equals negative 2. And that's it for number 5.